Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 7 46 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making a few...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 4 yards remain for second down.
Crunch time, defense. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
With the score, Titans 14, Seahawks nothing.
Second and 11. Now Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Logan. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. 14. Watch the run. That's south, baby. That's baby south. Back. Switch.
From the red zone now, they'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run, watch the run.
Play action. Now Wilson. And once again, it's Eskridge. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. A check down here for Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Open man is Cameron Batson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll give Henry another shot. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cameron Batson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Danico Autry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no...
And he's going to go down again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position,
When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he'll get this underneath to Henry, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Let's go.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Looking deep for Julio. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Derrick Henry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now it's Tannehill. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a 1st down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Carson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing is Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tannehill.
That's caught by McMath.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Here's Bullock now for the Titan field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford